I'm Brandon Horwitz and I chair the Finance and Investment Board. So our board has been working across a number of practice areas, and we've had quite a few successful initiatives. The ones I'm very proud of is with the Risk Board. We've been working on the risk and returns of infrastructure investments, and that's produced a very good policy paper which we've engaged with quite a few stakeholders, and even managed to get a letter published in the FT. So quite a lot of good engagement there. One of our cross-practice initiatives, which I think has been very successful, is our pro-cyclicality work, which we've done with the Life Board. We managed to get a number of very senior executives and individuals across the city to help us with our first event, which was very well attended, and a number of work streams have emerged from that, including looking at how long-term mandates can help address the issues of pro-cyclicality. Another cross-practice initiative, which is hopefully going to bear some very interesting fruit for retail consumers, is where we've been working with the Life Board to understand retail consumer psychology, how they make decisions when it comes to retirement planning. And this is all the more important in light of the pension freedoms from 2014 and 2015. And we see this as an important cross-practice opportunity to really look at retail consumers and put the IFOA front and centre in trying to influence some of our policymakers, like the regulator and other key stakeholders in government. One of the Finance and Investment Board's big achievements this year was a roundtable event that we held with the Prudential Regulation Authority, the PRA. This was a Chatham House rules event where we really managed to get people round the table to discuss what the regulator expects from insurers when they are investing, including looking at the prudent person principle. And we've had absolutely glowing feedback from both sides, especially attendees who really valued the opportunity to have a dialogue in an informal way with the regulator and to help understand what they're thinking, but also perhaps to help shape the way the regulator is going to develop policy and enforce policy. It will be followed up by a number of events, including a lot of requests that we've had to do case studies, and it's an absolutely stellar example of our board working with one of our key stakeholders, which is the regulator, and emphasising the role that the IFOA has got to play in helping policymakers to make policy, but also to apply policy. The Combined Pensions Risk and Investment Conference this year was a great success. We've seen that from the attendee feedback, which has been absolutely glowing, and it's another example of cross-practice communication, cross-practice coordination, especially between the finance and investment as well as the pensions boards, where we've got far more in common and where the boundaries between our disciplines continues to be more and more grey. And it's a great way to help actuaries get exposed to other disciplines which might not be in their day jobs, but which will help them grow professionally, and great opportunity to network and meet people to further their careers. On the international agenda, the Finance and Investment Board has been looking to reach out and meet the needs of our members based outside of the UK. We've been doing a lot of work identifying where we have members in finance and investment outside of the UK, and identified concentrations in India and in South Africa. And we're particularly proud to have two members of our board, new members, one from India and one from South Africa, to represent the interests of these members. In India in particular, we've been working with our representative to engage with local regulators to help develop CPD for students, as well as influencing an actuarial conference in Asia where we had membership from across the world attending. And we have recently started an initiative with a Chinese Association of Asset Managers to look at research there and opportunities to develop the IFOA strategic partnerships in China and the related area. The Finance and Investment Board are very proud to be part of the profession's diversity initiative, and we've put ourselves forward to try and address the gender balance on our board. We're looking to recruit into a number of vacancies, and we'll be trying to tap into various networks and other areas where we can promote the role to women. We've obviously also got our board members reaching out to their networks to encourage friends and colleagues to apply for the role, and we've got high hopes. The Non-Executive Directors Group have been doing some absolutely sterling work promoting the career path for actuaries to become non-executive directors. And they've done this in a number of ways, including regular, very, very well attended events at Staple Inn, but also producing some videos on camera to expose what they're doing to a wider range of actuaries, and highlighting how actuaries can become non-executive directors, what the demands are from actuaries who would like to pursue this route. And what it is doing is it's positioning the IFOA as a leading organisation to promote this career path and to equip actuaries with the skills to pursue it. Turning to wider fields for a moment, banking has always been seen as a wider field to some extent of actuaries who work in finance and investment, and we're keen to support actuaries who do work in this area, but also to promote banking as a career path to actuaries. We continue to feel it's a very complementary skill set, whether it's the mathematics or it's the risk management skills, and we're working to develop relevant content for the exams as well as a series of CPD events, both physical events as well as a series of podcasts or videos talking about banking for actuaries and explaining some of the key concepts. So watch this space for more.
I'm Colin Ledley, and I've been the Deputy Chair of the Finance and Investment Board for the past 2 years, and a few weeks ago I took over as the Chair of the Board and will hold that role for the next 2 years. The F&I Board has been working over the last couple of months to develop its strategy for the next session, and we've developed a series of strategic priorities which we're going to be working on over the next couple of years. So education and CPD remains a critical part of what we want to do. We want to build on the great work that's been done over the last couple of years, and we've got a pretty clear direction now as far as the education work is concerned. We're planning to bring together 2 of the investment exams, SA5 and SA6, into a new SA7 exam, which will take the best parts of those exams and have a very strong investment focus, and we hope will give the new syllabus some real momentum going forward with the release and launch in 2019. We're going to deliver an excellent series of CPD events. We've got 4 fantastic events planned for the rest of this year, and that will continue into next year and be a constant theme of driving high quality investment related CPD that members of the F&I community will find interesting, but we think that will be really engaging for the rest of the actuarial community as well. We're going to continue the work on research. That's a key area where the actuarial profession can differentiate itself by delivering great thought leadership, working closely with research and thought leadership groups within the profession to sponsor external research where that's necessary, but also to drive member-led research as well. And it is really valuable to get our members working together on research themes and bringing their expertise to bear on topics that are of our interest to ourselves and the wider investment community. We're going to continue the theme of partnership into the next session. We've done some great work recently with partner organisations such as the CFA, that in some ways could be a competitor to the actuarial profession in that they compete for similar jobs to our members. But at the same time, they're also a potential partner that we could work with, deliver events, and where we can bring things to them as well in terms of our expertise and knowledge in insurance and pensions investment. We're going to work with regulators as well, and we want to continue engaging with the FCA and the PRA in terms of the various themes that will be of interest to our members going forward. Another big theme in the strategy is international. We've got 2 members of the board, one from India and one from South Africa, who are able to give us market knowledge with those specific countries and also the wider Asian region, which is a priority for the profession. And we're very keen to deliver the strategy that's been developed by our Indian member, which we're very excited about, and also to work towards developing a similar strategy in South Africa so that we can deliver more for our members in those particular regions. Internationally, we'll hopefully be doing a variety of activities. We'll engage with the international conferences that are taking place in Asia. One of our members of the board has been very actively engaged with that. And there is an insurance asset management group in China that we will engage with as well, that we have contacts with and that are keen to work with us, and that will drive research with them that we think will be of interest in the region. Another big theme for the board has been the diversity of our board, which in some respects has got quite a lot of diversity in terms of where our members are based and the age profile and the backgrounds that they bring. But what we don't have at the moment is gender diversity. We're currently an all-male board, and we have got an opportunity now, through needing to recruit 4 new members to the board, to work really hard to attract female members of the profession to join this board. And we've been working as a pilot with the Diversity Action Group over the last couple of months, who have been really incredibly helpful in suggesting ideas and themes that will let us reach out and attract female members to join the board. So I'm hoping over the next couple of weeks we'll be able to get some concrete success in that area and deliver the real benefits that we can get from a more diverse board, different attitudes, different opinions, different experiences that will help us perform better as a team on this board. Banking is another theme that we want to drive forward. There's been a lot of focus on that in the past, and we think that's something that continue. It's going to be a slow burn in many ways. The profession has got a pretty small footprint in the retail banking world, but it's something that we think can grow gradually over time. It needs to be supported and nurtured, and I'm certainly committed as chair to giving the board as much support as we possibly can to continue the valuable work that we're doing in that area. One of the big things I think the finance and investment actuaries will need to look out for over the next year is the new TAS 100. Up until now, the various TASs from the Financial Reporting Council have mainly applied to life and pensions actuaries, but coming in the middle of next year, the TAS 100 will apply to all professional technical actuarial work, and that will mean a lot of the work that investment actuaries do can come under the regulatory regime of the TASs, and that means it's something that we'll need to do work to prepare and support the actuaries within the practice area for that change. We've got a lot of competition in the investment space. It's not an area where we work alone. There are CFAs, there's other professionals that work in the investment space, and we need to continue to demonstrate the added value that being an actuary brings. And we can do that through delivering really high quality research and thought leadership, through our engagement with regulators and external bodies. That will help demonstrate that actuaries have something really concrete to bring, and our real understanding and knowledge of liabilities, which clearly applies in pensions and insurance, but everybody ultimately is investing with some form of end objective or some liability in mind at the end of the day, and we need to demonstrate that we are as good as or better than anybody else in that form of investment and can add real value to our customers.